So they announced they're going to do another Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser.
I heard about that, yes.
But what they're going to do is ignore the third film.
Good.
They're bringing Rachel Weisz back.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of like, no.
Why are you?
I refuse. I'm tired. I am sick and I am tired of the movie's made. It exists. We've seen it. You can't take it back.
Oh, you mean ignoring the third one?
Yeah. We know it's there. You can't do it. I refuse. No, I say you can do whatever the fuck you want, but no, you can't do it. I'm tired of it. It's like, you know what? A mistake was made. You want to do another one? Then you know what? Find a way to fit it in. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna be like, there's a erase the Star Wars sequel trilogy. No, it's there. We saw it. We watched it. You fumbled it. You fucked up. You don't get to say, never mind, because it's there. It exists. You can't take it away. You spilled coffee on yourself.
It was on top of the lid.
Yep. All right. My rant is over.
Yeah. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob. Tommy Jacob's mixtape. Sad.
Sad.
Very sad.
Welcome back to TJ's Mixtape. I'm Tommy. That's Jacob.
I'm a sad Jacob.
We're a movie review podcast. We talk about movies, who's in them, who made them, then give an arbitrary rating at the end and what we thought of it. But before we do that, we always play a game at the top of each episode. We connect two actors via co-stars and other films they were in. So last week, we randomly generated two people that I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take us on a ride.
This is quite a ride. This is a fun ride, too.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, it was Saoirse Ronan to Lupita Nyong'o. So, starting with Saoirse, who's in Little Women.
Okay. I got that one.
with Timothy Chalamet.
Got that far.
Who's in a movie that I have not seen that I now want to see called Hot Summer Nights with Micah Monroe. You know, one of the girls you got a crush on. Micah Monroe is in Longlegs with Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal. And Pedro Pascal is a voice in The Wild Robot with Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, that is... So I was on the right.
Now, Micah Monroe was the key. Micah Monroe was the huge connection there.
Yeah.
Getting to Nicolas Cage, which makes sense, right? That's a hard one. It was a good one though.
Yeah. So
racked my brain.
I
actually had to use Google for it. Like I said, yeah. So
at the end of this episode, we'll randomly generate two more people, and you can play along in the comments if you so choose.
If it's hard like this one, we get it. If you're like, no,
that was crazy. But yes, so
like we were saying, Lupita Nyong'o, mind you, has been in some pretty notable stuff over the last couple of years, but really just hasn't been in a lot of stuff.
Well, not just a lot of stuff I haven't seen.
And that's same too, yes. Well, yeah, so we are continuing on with recommendation from our good friend Dahveed Bullis, who was on our podcast. I forget the episode number. I meant to look it up, but we did American Fiction with him last summer. Mm-hmm. And out of, just wanting to get some more feedback from him, more interaction with him, he recommended us two movies. Last week we did Loving Vincent, and this week we are doing Exhibiting Forgiveness. What'd you think?
I loved it.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. It's very intimate.
It reminds me of a play.
For those that haven't seen it, I forgot to write it. I'm not on it today. And a synopsis for it is a painter's life gets somewhat derailed after reconnecting with his estranged father.
That's very fitting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just it's a play. It's a very intimate, quiet,
but loud at the same time.
Yeah. It's really good.
emotionally loud.
Yeah, it was really good. It got me a couple times.
So it came out 2024. It was premiered at Sundance January 20th, and then had a theatrical limited, I'm guessing, on October 18th, because it box office wise it only made like $500,000.
Yeah.
I
didn't even hear about this.
yeah, same. I mean, it's obviously, sometimes when a movie gets released at Sundance, it just kind of like quietly goes somewhere else. It probably didn't have like a huge I don't know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Promotional aspect to it,
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah, there wasn't probably a lot of promotion to it. It's redundant.
What is the distribution?
Yeah.
There probably wasn't like a big like distributing like fights over it or anything like that. Although, I mean, unlike what was it like when we were watching Loving Vincent? How many different like
there was like 15.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
like one of the. It was literally like that Family Guy joke where it's like all the different companies that like helped do it, and it's like, and literally one of them happened. And it was a painting, and I was like, oh, the movie's finally beginning, and then it was another company.
Oh, you
I
mean
was
when
like,
Peter's like, detective? No, oh no, like he's like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it was brutal. It was freaking brutal. This movie just kind of like gets right into it. It already came out. Yeah. How many did you? So you didn't even count movies for 2024. I had around over 30, 33. I think we did 2024. We did Night Bitch a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
so,
well, that didn't.
And you had around 40. You said for that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just didn't.
I'm just now answering what you did for Night Bitch now. So there we go.
Felt unnecessary to count for, considering we just did that.
Well, I didn't count for it, so that's why. All right, so interesting for a writer and director for this movie. His name is Titus Kaphar. He is a painter. He is more known for. He is just more known for his immersive art exhibits that he curates, that he's puts together. This is his only movie. He's directed a couple shorts, but this is his only feature film, maybe so far as of now. And definitely feels a little autobiographical in a sense. If he's a painter, main character's a painter, drama, and there was really not much more I could really get out of it, other than that. Like even like the Wikipedia is super short on this movie, and the movie, like everything else, is just kind of like reviews around the internet, as opposed to like what inspired Titus Kaphar to do this. But he has really interesting. His two art exhibits that I was reading about on Wikipedia sounded interesting. Like his first one being like an immersiveness. Like I don't know how you make an immersive like painting gallery, art gallery like that. Because like I've done like immersive theater, and that makes more sense because there's like a live person interacting with you. I don't know. It was confusing to me. It was probably more than just paintings, obviously. Like there was it's probably more performance arty than just painting. Where's your mind?
I'm reading about the Vesper Project.
That's the one I was talking about. Yeah,
it's just interesting.
You want to do some bullet points from that real quick?
So yeah, it's called the Vesper Project. It concerns a fictional African-American family in the 19th century that passes for white. Kaphar created an installation where visitors would walk through a 19th century house, uncertain about what was reality and what was remembrance. The project was inspired by Cutler's attempt to paint a portrait of his aunt. And
then also he remember like memories that he had of his aunt that were false memories.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, right? So then, we can get into starring for this then.
Yeah.
We got starring our lead as Terrell is André Holland, who we did in Moonlight.
Yes.
He plays adult Kevin. If you don't remember Moonlight, Kevin is the one that... He's not our main character. He's the one that reaches back out to Black in the adulthood. And they have the intimate moment on the beach.
Got away.
Yeah, right. There. That's a weird way to put it for that movie. And then, André Holland, amazing performance in this as well. And then also another amazing performance, John Earl Jelks, who plays his estranged father, LaRon, who has done more television than anything I saw, and it seemed like police procedural stuff in general. So not really my tool bag or like what I generally watch. So, but he did look pretty familiar to me.
He's in an episode of True Detective, so.
Yeah, I think that's season 3 that I didn't watch because it was 2019. So
Okay. Who do you got next?
André.
André, who plays Aisha. She looked really familiar to me.
She's a musician. She's just a popular musician.
Oh, I mean, I would assume that. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really see any other kind of like acting credits like this, but like composer for it, soundtrack here and there. Like she's more, just more of a musician.
They remade Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
in 2016.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You didn't know that?
No, she's in some correlation to
Soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh, she was United States versus Billie Holiday. Excuse me.
I haven't seen that, so
I've been wanting to see that. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that she was playing Billie. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be, yeah. And then I only put down next Ian Foreman, who plays young Terrell, because I was like trying to, and also like that those scenes with young Terrell and LaRon are brutal, very brutal. And I was trying to figure out where I recognized him from, and he plays the young version of the main character, the young main actor from the I saw the TV Glow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And my knuckles bother me again. Yeah. Any more that you wanted to throw in there?
No.
What you looking
Nothing.
at?
I'm just discovering a bunch of new stuff. It's just interesting.
This is what happens when you don't do notes, I guess.
I guess so. They did a TV show of Let the Right One In.
Yeah, I saw that too.
2022.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Why?
I don't know. What are they trying to do?
Showtime.
I mean, is it a short mini series? I didn't look into it.
Yeah,
So.
it looks like it.
I mean, if it's just like a short, like they just, let's break it up into like 3 episodes or 4 episodes, sure, what have you. But if they're like, no, there's a bigger story
They're
we
10.
can tell. Jesus.
They're 10 episodes.
That feels like a lot. I mean, also, I don't know how long the book is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think because I've only ever seen the American version, and that does feel like a story. Sure, 3 or 4 episodes, but 10 episodes of that just feels.
As long as it's 10 episodes of a half hour each.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
It just feels long.
Yeah, right?
Feels drawn out. I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
But I just more out of because it has a high rating. It's 7.5. It's like not bad actually.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's also just a solid story. Oh, you can write a solid story though. Anywho.
Yeah. Anyways. Sorry.
So then you do have reviews that you
I
looked
do.
up.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So yeah,
I did it. I just didn't write them down.
I see.
Yeah,
You pulled up all of your tabs.
Yeah, like I just.
You found your tabs.
I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling motivated to copy and paste.
I mean, I get that for the reviews, but yeah, I think it's like I know like writing out the stuff for like the actors. I always find a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So then, yeah, I'll do scores. You'll do reviews, and then I got Dahveed's review, of course, to share as well. All right. So this has got a 7.0 on IMDb, which I feel was very fitting. And then Rotten Tomatoes, a bit much higher. 95% tomato meter and a 92% popcorn meter.
Wow.
Which the popcorn meter kind of surprised me just because of how sad this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. And I feel, and we'll get into that, the ending, I don't know how I feel about.
Okay.
Because I also don't know what it's trying to actually tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where I'm at with that?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and give us reviews, and then I'll share Dahveed.
So Metacritic, this has an 82, which becomes a universal acclaim with 16 positive and 1 mixed and 0 negative.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So with 100 at the tippy top by Rodrigo Perez at Playlist. Make no mistake, exhibiting forgiveness can be painful but rewardingly so. Its complex, unresolved ending, all the more honest and true.
Okay, yeah. Fair. Well, that's kind of where my thought with the ending is as well.
Yeah. And then just, they're all kind of like that. And then the mixed is with a 50 by Zachary Barnes at the Wall Street Journal. It simply never comes together with the sort of gathering force that we witness in his own scenes of artistic creation. Mr. Kaphar might yet make a movie that vibrates with the power of great painting. Exhibiting Forgiveness, though, still feels like a jumbled sketch.
Interesting. Can you read the just very first part of that again?
It simply never comes together with the sort of gathering force that we witness in its own scenes of artistic creation.
With the sword of gathering force?
With the sort.
With a sort
of gathering force.
Okay.
Which I thought was an interesting point to make because of the fact that, we have this. It's just an interesting parallel because we do have these artistic scenes of just him creating these beautiful things, and then you're like, well, that was cool, but the movie's not like that. And you're like,
yeah,
it's an interesting way to kind of word it,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there's definitely like there's a thought that I had like when he's really reluctant to like share, like make another like exhibit type thing, and I get like, sometimes you make something and it's a little too personal and you really don't want to share it with people. But then it gets to a point where I'm like, well, then what is the point of you having this gallery if you really don't want to share it? Or like, what is the point of, if you're a painter and your whole thing is you want to share what your painting is, why would you?
I took it was more his like agent.
Yeah, representative.
Yeah, and her pushiness.
I mean, that's definitely it too. Yeah,
because it is like this intimate thing, and it is him like getting some trauma and stuff out, and then she comes in. Even then, because that whole interaction is like, "May I come in?" When she's already in the door, and then she just kind of bulldozes
this white woman taking the space.
Yeah,
there is a.
And
bit,
I think that was his reluctance.
And a big thing, like a big thing that I noticed in this movie, and you just kind of have to look at it because of him being African American, Black, and the people that he's interacting with that want to purchase art are very rich white people that
I love that scene.
Are clearly, it's like, and that's another thing is like you can tell that there's a sense of like, I'm not being seen. My pain and trauma is now a commodity just to make you feel like you are seeing me, even though you're not seeing me.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's the painting that is in his house that I saw and I wanted to do some research on because I really liked it. It was like the silhouette of just it was like a black man was painted and then it was like painted over into like a obscured image. And I was like, that is such a I love that painting.
Like kind of what he did with the three.
Taking out the kids and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. What, more reviews?
No, that was all.
Okay.
I felt like that gave it a good...
Yeah. All right, so from Dahveed Bullis in Spokane, Washington. All right, Exhibiting Forgiveness is the kind of film that speaks to the things inside of any man trying to outrun a traumatic with art, family, and the love they knew they deserved. This film reached into my heart and made me investigate my own ambition to utilize art to free myself while balancing supporting the ambitions of my loved ones while consistently pulled backwards by echoes of my past. The performances were nuanced and beyond believable. This was one of those films I'll never forget and will consistently share it with those I love. And I will say, Dahveed, as I watched this film, I saw a big reflection of you inside of it because of the trauma that you've experienced in your past. And what you have done with your art and how you have felt very similar ways that Terrell has felt in this. There was a big... when I was watching it, I definitely felt like thinking about you watching it, I felt like you were kind of looking in a mirror at some points. Mm-hmm. So thank you, Dahveed, for recommending this and also for your review. And yes, the big thing about this movie, and then Exhibiting Forgiveness is the perfect name for what this movie is.
Yeah, it was one of those. I was sitting there and I was like, oh.
Right? It's like you get to the end and you're
got
like,
it. Oh! He's clever.
Yeah. Because it's like, the name of something sometimes like it's just, it can be so short-sighted with what it is, or it can really, it's like click all together. It's, because
I don't know, like the title thing, like The Ref just popped in my head. Mm-hmm. Because that's like a funny tick. Because that's weirdly the title is foreshadowing what
he becomes.
This criminal becomes now the mediator between this couple having an issue, and it's just like that's a good title because it's like and
it's also and you got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, It's not the gray.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's out in the snow and it's gray.
Taken.
Or taken 2.
You have my daughter. I'm a man. I have dog.
Crank high voltage.
Yeah, there we go.
What I liked about his review too was any like specifically he said any man.
Yes, yeah, I can read that sentence again real quick. A film that speaks to the things inside of any man trying to outrun a traumatic with art.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot.
Yes. And that's a crazy thing that Terrell does in this movie is the way that he paints is like at some moments is so aggressive that it's almost abusive to himself. Like it's like you're seeing him play out what his addiction is, which is painting. And like a weird parallel of like, because his father, who was a crack addict, and like you see how that affected him as a child and affected his family, and you see how other people like externally have been affected, not like specifically in a scene and whatnot. Like this movie begins with Laurent is just washing someone's car parked in front of like a quickie stop type thing. Mm-hmm. And the shop owner who knows Laurent is actually, trying to gives him a bag of chips. And he's like, it's too hot out here. Come inside. And Laurent's just, ignoring him because he wants to, wash the cars, make his money, make his due. But the shop owner ends up getting robbed and Laurent goes in and tries to stop it. And then he himself gets beaten with a bat and then getting his ribs broken in. Mm-hmm. That scene when he goes to his brother had me in tears. When he was in the shower. Mm-hmm. It was just so honest, and just seeing any person down at the bottom of a hole like that is just heartbreaking to see. And then when his brother's wife comes home and she's like, no, we're not doing this again. Where are my rings, Laurent? You need to get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. And how he's just they set up this he's this broken man, but he has done things that are unforgivable things.
Well, it's just, this movie is just a really, for a while it is implied, through the painting and everything that Laurent is his father, but it's also you're watching it going, well, yeah, I'm assuming that this man is their father and son. Yeah. But it's not until we actually have our meet cute that we have confirmation.
Our forced meet, yeah.
That we have confirmation. I just thought it was the way that the pacing was just, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the pacing of the information we're giving was just really good.
Yeah.
And it was really, that's the thing. Everything felt really intimate. Mm-hmm. Even that shower scene, very intimate. Yeah. That scene when, she's having an issue with him throwing another show, and I was sitting there like, what's her issue about this, And then you find out, it's because now it's her time to focus on her career.
Her to go on.
We did yours. Now it's my turn. We have this alternating thing. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then they have this really intimate, really lovely scene together.
Oh my God, when he's add a little bit more yellow and she's playing and the yellow filter went onto the background. I was like, it was like, oh my God, this is the way that he sees the world.
Yeah, and it's
putting a little bit of sunglasses lens of Terrell's point of view. And I was like, oh my God.
Falling slowly, it was like two artists finding that have very different forms that are able to communicate with their art. To each other.
Well, especially when he's a little bit more yellow and how she smiled and
she knew what he was talking about. Yeah, and then she threw this little and that's what I mean. It's they're speaking different languages, but they're able to translate for each other. It was just really sweet.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was just really beautiful. It really felt like we weren't supposed to be in the room. You're like, you guys are having a really not like Night Bitch. We were like, but this feels very intimate and loving, and I feel like I shouldn't be here for it. This is a private moment. But yeah, no, it's just, I was just blown away by this movie. And then, we just haven't watched something in a while that genuinely I haven't seen anything in a while where I really just kind of feel like I'm looking through a window at people.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a movie, you know, like there's that scene with his brother or his half brother or whatever, and they're skipping the rocks and you know, just stuff like that where you're just like, this just feels real, you know, like it doesn't feel like a movie. This just feels like, you know, and even the dialogue they're having about the estranged father thing and him just kind of having this like, she ambushed me with my dad, and he was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh, and how'd
that go?
Yeah. I mean, that's a rough scene too, because of how Terrell, like, you know, immediately is like, well, you think you can just come in here and be granddaddy now? You think you can just do that? No.
Well, and everyone has this like, well, he's like a born again Christian thing, and Terrell just doesn't really give a shit.
No, and that's a big thing that I got from this movie is you just because someone has, you know, may have gotten clean and is on a path of, like, you know, correcting themselves personally, the people they have hurt, they can ask for forgiveness or apologize, but the person that was hurt is not required to forgive back.
No, but I mean, but like, you know, there's a scene where they show him have his like 6-month chip and stuff, for I guess NA, not AA, but NA.
Yeah.
And
of sobriety.
That's part of the teachings that they tell you.
Yeah, is to go and like and apologize to everyone.
But be very aware that they may not accept your apology, and you just have to be accepting of that. So it's kind of like, I get it because he wants a relationship with his son, but he should back off.
Yeah.
He should go up, he attempted, and then be like, hey, I want to keep that lane open. I'm here if you ever need me. But if you don't, I understand, you know, and then he should have fucked off.
Well, it's interesting. Is like, and there's also the pressure on Terrell from his mother to wanting him to like do something. That interview that he has with his father was wild.
It was wild. That was really, that was wild.
And then later on, when he goes and he picks up Terrell after the hospital to go take him to his mother, he's kind of like, then Laurent is like repeating a little bit but like in a different lens. It's really interesting. It's like he doesn't recall what he's said, or like it's like, or just going through the motions type thing.
Well, and it's like, and that's also what I meant too about, you're just kind of looking, there's that scene like when we first meet mom and daughter-in-law, and they have such a genuine happiness to see each other again. It doesn't feel like a movie. You're like, it feels like they're actually friends, and then they're, you know, she's obviously avoiding the packing and all this kind of stuff, and then she wants her to play her song that she wrote for her, and you just hear what's her name, I'm totally blanking on the wife's name.
Aisha. You
hear Aisha go, you're gonna get us in trouble. Like, what, dad? You know, like, and it was just really sweet again. Like, and that's what I think is great about this a drama like this is a perfect example of what you want in your drama, because it's that thing, you know, if we're gonna make you laugh and then we're gonna right away make you cry, because you have these moments that are very intimate and very sweet and loving, and then you have the other end of the other stuff going on. You know,
it's like, that,
like, the dude has night terrors over his father.
Well, I mean that trauma that he experienced of that day with his father, having the nail go through his foot, and his father yell at him like, no, you're gonna man up and just do it, because that's what we do this job, we do it. And then to watch him take that money and go buy crack and be like, and when he's like, well, when he says mom's gonna be so happy the amount of money we made today, and then immediately that's my money, I worked for it, I'm gonna go buy crack, pretty much. Like, fuck, dude, this is heartbreaking. And then he goes home, and then mom sees the crack pipe, and she's like, I can't believe you're doing this again. And then in a fit of frustration, you know, he gets physical with his wife, with the mom, and then cracks her head open on the mirror when she's telling him to get the fuck out. But then his reaction isn't like more aggression or anything. It's this like weird reflection of like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? I need to get away from these people before I hurt them even more.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another fucking heartbreaking part of it. But then again, going back to that car ride, that truck ride scene when he picks up Terrell, and he doesn't want to focus or he doesn't want to remember.
Yeah.
And someone who's talked with somebody that has had trauma with them that doesn't brings up what your trauma is. It's like a weird happy memory. It is, you don't know how to process it. You don't know how, like, you can try to call him out, but you just feel weak and powerless at that moment.
Yeah.
So when he's just like, yeah, we ran this town, LaRon and his son, and like, just like, and we were cleaning this house, we were doing this and doing that. But then he also pulls out his newspaper clippings about how people were so happy with what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there was a sense of pride with it. And there is another flip side to it. But Terrell got to see the dark side of it all.
Yeah.
Everybody just saw LaRon and his son working hard, and didn't see the trauma and the
it's all just a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
Really, and
the abuse that he was going through.
Because even in like my family too, I will have 3 people talk about the same thing, the same memory.
3 different perspectives.
And they're all very different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
I do.
What? But, sure.
Okay.
Whatever. I wasn't there. Whatever you say.
Maybe you were a child.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. So, and I guess like my last little bit, I kind of want to, because I guess a big moment is when he has his really big night terror where he wakes up and he starts pounding, like breaking apart the wall pretty much, which sends Aisha and their son to go stay somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And is that after he found out about his mom in the hospital?
I think that, yeah, right. That was this is the big crash out.
Yeah.
Leading up to the art gallery. And
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So
I think.
Well, and then he paints that portrait of his
Mm-hmm.
mother. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Dude, okay.
Just thinking about his. Oh.
2 things. I would kill for an art studio like that.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, just make the biggest mess. Like, I would love that. And secondly, his car is sick. I want his car.
What kind of car was
It
it?
was a Mercedes,
Oh.
black and chrome.
Mm-hmm.
It was black, all chromed out with light tan leather interior. Oh, I was like, that's a thing of beauty right there. Ooh.
So yeah, he has his crash out. And then so he puts together the art gallery. And what did he have one final like blowout with LaRon before this?
Well, no, because they had the interview.
They did the
thing,
interview.
and then the blowouts at the art gallery.
Yeah, but I'm trying. Well, there's the moment with them in the truck when he's taking him to his mom.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
it's
their
just-
next big thing is the blow up at the art gallery.
Yeah.
And like LaRon is like trying to like really like kind of plead his case to be forgiven, and
Yeah.
Terrell's just not
he's
having
not having it.
No.
But then, in a way, gives him a little piece of forgiveness.
Yeah.
It's not a complete forgiveness, but when he like takes that, I love that he goes up there to take it off the wall, and his rep's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like she's getting ready to something. Like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Also, girl, it's his piece of art."
That's what I meant about like earlier in the
Yeah, it's like this is his art that he can do what the hell he wants with.
Well, yeah, it's like he feels like
His pain is a commodity.
yeah, like he
My trauma is now a thing for people to be like, "Oh, look at this piece of trauma that I bought from somebody." That's pretty much what it is.
pretty much.
It makes me feel better because I'm contributing to an artist. What you looking up?
Well, it's like, well, and especially it has this feeling of like, oh, look at me contributing to a disenfranchised artist.
Yeah,
it has
too.
that.
Yeah,
which is just so
it's very loaded with that.
very
yeah.
pandering and like fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I liked about what Dahveed was saying in his review too, is that he didn't say a black man. He said a man running from trauma using art. And it's like there is the element to him being a black man, but it's
Yeah.
not the focus of it. The
No,
focus
no.
is family trauma.
That is definitely a layer inside of it that adds more
but it's
complexity to the story.
But it's not like, hey, look,
Yeah.
which sometimes movies do that, Dahveed knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
We've talked about it.
Hey, look, it's a black man.
Yeah, like that's sometimes how they feel, you know?
No, 100%. Yeah, no, Dahveed didn't have that kind of
Yeah,
conversation
like,
about that.
I was like, I've been there for this. We've talked about that.
yeah,
Because it was kind of like actually when we did American Fiction. Same
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, yep, very much so.
It was like, yeah, there is the element of them being a black family, but it's not the, it's not the main focus.
Yeah. So when Terrell gives Laurent that piece of art, that's like what would it was like a painting with
It was like a relief.
a relief.
Yeah, right?
What is a
What are we talking
relief?
You talking about the thing?
Yeah.
Like a relief is like a textured, like almost like a mixture between a painting and a sculpture.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's what
yeah.
it kind of.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. That's what it was. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like because it was just like the top half of Laurent's face.
Yeah.
And then the bottom half
It was like a beard, right?
was it a beard?
That's like kind of.
Looked like pine cones. Looked like a pine.
How would I
cone.
look that up?
I don't. Exhibiting forgiveness, Laurent painting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna look it up too. Yeah,
Well, because I like his art style. It actually, like, it's his art. I'm assuming, right?
Titus's or
Yeah.
Titus Kaphar's.
Yeah.
I would actually. Yeah, I didn't even really.
I would assume he painted those.
Yeah.
Is that stupid to assume that?
It's not at all. Not at all.
Like, it'd kind of be crazy if he didn't. I'm not seeing that one. I'm just seeing
all of the other ones.
the big ones.
Yeah. I mean, and then like we have I guess like what and the ending obviously of him taking himself out of the painting
Yeah.
is not what I was talking about. It was his action of giving Laurent the relief
Yeah.
was kind of the confusing part for me because I was like, you just told him to like get out of my life pretty much. I will never forgive you. And then as he's leaving, you make sure he gets this little piece of
Yeah. So
you.
what's the confusion about that?
I guess it's not confusion. It's like it's what is he trying to actually say right there? Is this like maybe I do forgive you, or is this
No, it's I would say it was a physical representation of the trauma.
like never forget?
Yeah.
Like I won't forget, so don't.
Won't forget either.
Yeah.
Like when you look at this, you will think of me, and
Mhm.
it's kind of a fuck you. I felt like that.
I didn't see it as a fuck you.
I would love. This is actually a moment that I would like to call Dahveed and actually ask him just right now.
What he thinks as well.
What did you think of the ending of that? What do you think that representation was?
Yeah.
Was that there might be hope, or
I think it was it was symbolic of there's like I can't forgive you, but I can give you a piece of myself still.
yeah, that's what I mean.
But that's not a fuck you.
But I think there is an added layer of a fuck you.
Because especially if then it's like I won't forgive you, but I can forgive myself. I can forgive the actions. Maybe I can forgive part of it, but I can never forgive you fully, because at the end when he cuts himself, his like young self, out of the painting from the lawnmower, which is the trauma that he experienced, that thing specifically.
Even when what's her name comes in, the one he flips around is the lawnmower on fire.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
Nice.
Once we see that I was like, oh, interesting. That one is the one he's more concerned about her seeing than the other ones.
And so he doesn't even have the one with him in the lawnmower in the exhibit. So, but he's like, that's symbolic. It's like I am removing myself now from this traumatic moment.
Mm. Well, he's taking himself out of the memory, kind of.
I think it's him like removing himself for like I I don't need to hold on to this anymore.
I mean, all in all, his wife is right. Like, night terrors are one thing, but once you start getting up and punching the wall in your sleep,
Yeah.
like, you got to do something about that. Especially, we're all staying in the same room with our young son. You got to figure that shit out. Like, she was right to go,
Oh,
nope,
100%.
I'm out of here until you, until you figure out your shit.
Well, like, you can also see, like, there's that little bit of fighting back from it. Like, no, please don't. But like an acceptance of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, and Dahveed and I just recently had this conversation about like what makes someone a better artist, or like what makes great art. And he said the ability to forgive and forgive yourself. Like, forgive yourself and, forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, and my thing was like, it's communication.
Sorry, it just when you said forgiveness, I just thought of Just Friends.
Forgiveness. Oh, yeah.
Is more than saying sorry. And then Bono come in.
Cool. That's art right there for you. Yeah, I was saying it's communication, and it's specifically for like actors, in general. It's like being able to communicate with your scene partner, but like communicate your emotions and your actions, so then they can respond and have their own stuff. And he's talking about internally, just like going in as like, and as an actor, as an artist, like to be able to forgive yourself, to have no shame, is a really big thing. And I think they go hand in hand more than anything.
Yeah.
So a big step for Terrell as he forgives himself is he can open himself up to more art.
Yes.
And so that's kind of like, that's the growth for it all. It's him. It's not just like I remove myself from the trauma. It's like he's forgiving himself for holding on to this trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when he literally kind of just tosses his young self aside.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's still very much, there's now a hole because that trauma will never be gone 100%. I feel like I had another thought that I was going somewhere with, and I just went into it. I was walking down a hallway, and I was like, I'm going to go to the store instead. All right. Do you have any more thoughts?
Not really.
I mean, it was a great movie. And it's like, I won't even say, it's like, what's interesting is like, there's nothing super visually captivating about it. Like, the cinematography is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's not like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of that movie was the way it was shot.
Yeah.
It's just
the way that they created atmosphere.
That movie was an experience.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And yeah, like you said it very well. And like, that was one of my notes was, like I said at the beginning, is it feels like this would be a play.
Yeah.
Because it's very much kind of like long scenes, like, with
dialogue heavy.
Yeah, very dialogue heavy. And I mean, but that also makes sense for this to be written and directed by a painter, Titus Kaphar. So it's like very clear message and human connection is there, and everything else, it just kind of fell in place with that.
Yeah.
What do you feel like giving it?
Pretty high. I'd say at least a 4 or 5.
I want to give it a 5.
No, 4.5.
Oh.
I mean, because if that's what we gave. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, and I think this is on par with that.
4 or 5 we gave to If Legs?
You give that a 4.5.
I was thinking it was like more on a 4.
Well, because we did the 0.5 for If I Had Legs because of the cinematography.
Yeah. I mean, the emotion of this movie itself is absolutely fantastic. The on it, like it's crazy. Just like, oh shit, I just hit the microphone super hard. Just how honest everyone is. Even like his mom, when she's like telling him like why she hasn't packed him, she's like, I don't want to leave. I know you hate this house. I don't want to leave this house.
Mm-hmm.
Like
one battle after another, we gave a 4. So yeah, I would say that this is on par with that.
With a 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say nothing lower than a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, I'm down with 4.
Cool.
It's like this movie is an emotional journey, and it is cathartic in that sense. But then I guess, and like what it's saying is like it's making a commentary on about forgiveness. Can you forgive? What does forgiveness look like? We're exhibiting forgiveness.
Do you want to?
Yeah. Do you want to? Do you have to?
Yeah. That's really, and no.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the thing too, is like even the mother is like, well, the good Christian thing to do.
Oh, and then he starts quoting the fucking Bible back.
Yeah.
That was, oh man.
That was another get fucked. Like, I don't want to. Like, you don't want to move out of the house? Well, I don't want this man around.
Yeah.
So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know?
Well, and that's also like this representation of just like, you know, generational gap. It's like older people with like that grew up very strong in, you know, Christian communities and religious in general. That's how they view this, you know, it's like, you know, forgive, you know, through the, you know, power of Christianity, through
The power of Christ.
right,
Yeah.
power of Christ. And people our age, it's a lot more like, no, just because you have scripture doesn't mean you get a free pass. I know.
Well,
the
that's kind of
scripture.
his like
Yeah.
scoff to everything when they
Yeah.
start talking about him being a Christian boy going to church now and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like, what, that doesn't change anything about anything, you know? So
It's like the importance of religion and church in our generation is just not as relevant and like and as powerful.
I would be careful with that broad of a statement because also I feel like there are definitely people.
There is 100%.
Yeah.
There 100%. I'm not saying that everyone in our generation is like that, but it is
There's definitely been a pushback on organized
I've read
religion.
articles about how like younger Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z that has no like it's like they might know what religion is and you know like know scripture, but it's not the thing that controls their like everyday life.
Yeah, their
like,
day in
it's
and
been
day
a
out.
huge rise, especially largely with millennials in general, and a lot of it is because you know probably religious abuse as we were kids, or recognized it as religious abuse. And like, I think I'm going to step away from that. I think
I'm not
okay.
feeling it. I'm okay.
I don't really like the guy with nails across his arms and hands. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't really. It's he's staring at me and he's judging me. Maybe that's why.
How do you feel about Zoe Kravitz as Sigourney Weaver?
Zoe Kravitz to Sigourney Weaver. All right, let's go.
Feels like a fun one.
Zoe Kravitz. What has she been in? Batman, Fury Road. I can't. Ocean's 8, maybe. Oh. The dog is staring at me like I'm abusing
Oh
him.
yeah, there's a dog in here today.
Yeah.
He's been so good though.
Yes, kind of. Come on.
We don't know
He
what
has
we're
been
doing
quiet.
next week, right?
We have no idea what we're doing.
All right,
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. So yeah, that was
Exhibiting forgiveness.
4
Again,
out of 5.
4 out of 5. Thank you again, Dahveed.
Yeah,
Really
that was
appreciate
awesome.
it. We'll probably reach out to you again at some point. And other people that we know that are friends are listening, we might be reaching out to you. So get prepared. Be ready.
You would like more recommendations because we're tired of picking.
I am. I really
I'm
am.
really tired of picking. Tell me what to do. So yeah, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. That's where all of our promos are. On those promos are our link tree where you can find where we put all of our stuff, Apple, Spotify, so on and so forth. And yeah, the connection is Zoe Kravitz to Sigourney Weaver, and we will talk to you next week.
Yes.
This is Tommy.
This is Jake.
It's Tommy Jacobs Mixtape. Bye.